Hi everyone, today I will explain about the differences between international trades and internal trades. First of all, I will explain the international trades. International trades refer to the exchange of goods and services between the people of the two countries. Among the items commonly traded are consumer goods, such as television sets and clothing, capital goods, such as machinery and raw materials and foods. Other transition import services, such as travel services and payment for foreign patents. International trade transactions are facilitated by international financial payments, in which the private banking system and the central bank of the trading nation play important roles. For example, if the United States import cocoa from Ghana, then we refer that as international trades. International trades can either occur between one country and another country or be between people located in different countries. By the way, there are three types of international trades. First, export trade, second, import trades, and third, interport trades. Export trades mean selling goods and services out of the countries. Import trades mean goods and services flowing into the countries, and interport trades mean importing goods from one country and export it to another country by adding some value to it. Secondly, I will explain about internal trade. Internal trade, also known as domestic trade, it refers the buying and selling of goods and services within the confines of the international boundary of a nation. When buying and selling goods and services take place within the geographical boundary of a country, it may take place between buyers and sellers in the same locality, village, town, or city, or may be in different states, but definitely within the same country. For example, all trading activity that go on within your country are referred to as domestic trades. There are two types of internal trades, which are wholesale and retail. Wholesale trades refer to buying and selling of goods and services in large quantity for the purpose of resales or intermediate use. And a retailer is a business enterprise that is engaged in the sales of goods and services directly to the ultimate consumer. The retailer normally buys goods in large quantity from the wholesalers and sell them in a small quantity to ultimate consumers. Third, I will explain about the differences between international trades and internal trades. First, internal trades always take place within the borders of a given country, while international trades always goes beyond the borders of a given country. Second, internal trades can never involve more than one country, but international trades always involve two or more countries. Third, internal trades to a large extent involve the use of a mainly local currency in tradings, whereas international trades involve the use of foreign currencies. The US dollar is the standard currency used in international trades. Fourth, internal trade is free of restrictions so long as it's a legal commodities being traded. Legal and wholesome commodities dealt with in internal trades can move around the country without facing any form of restrictions such as embargoes and quota. But this is not the case for international trades. In international trades, certain goods, though legal, can be subjected to certain restrictions such as embargoes and quota. There are so many reasons why sometimes commodities dealt with in international trade face certain restrictions. Some of these reasons include the following: in order to protect infants industry within a country, in order to raise the level of employment within a country, and in order to discourage the importation of legal but harmful goods. Fifth, internal trade is not subject to being controlled by internal bodies, but this isn't the same for international trades. International trade is controlled by certain internal body to which a country is a member. A very good example of internal body that control trade over the world is the World Trade Organizations. 6. International trade generally involves very long distance, but this is normally not the case with internal trades. Take for example a trade between South Africa and Sweden, or between New Zealand and Egypt. This trade certainly involves very lengthy distance to be covered, but a trade between any 2 points in South Africa and Sweden can never be lengthened. That's all for me.